Good Tuesday morning, Foggers. I hope everybody had a good Monday, the beginning of the week, right? Getting ready for all the challenges and buckling up and ready to go. So, I was going to bring one message, and like everything else, you just have to adapt and improvise. Unfortunately, we had yesterday the shooting up in North Carolina where we lost 4 officers, right? And listen, when things happen around the country in our profession, it's not like others where it's isolated to one area, right? When we do things wearing our uniforms, everybody throughout the country suffers, right? So, mental health, alcohol addiction, suicide prevention, everything goes hand in hand when officers are getting gunned down at an extremely high rate. I think we're up to 125 officers in 4 months. And it seems like every hour on the hour, there's some other type shooting where officers are getting injured, and a couple hours later, officers are getting killed. So, some of the things that I wanted to bring with you today is, again, we talked about this last week, extreme focus, right? Warrior mentality, warrior mindset, right? We get shot, we get stabbed, we bleed, we have broken bones, but we don't fucking die, okay? And that's the mentality that I always preach when I had my squads. Many years ago, as a training tape that we had, and I think it was CHP, California Highway Patrol, or somewhere in California, there was a famous case where an officer was involved in a shooting and died basically from shock. It was determined that, post-mortem autopsy that he died from shock, right? The injuries that he had, I think, was to his hand or his finger. And again, I don't want to misspeak. But what I'm trying to get at is mindset, right? We're heading into extremely volatile times. We have 25,000 Chinese military-age males that have come in. We have millions of illegal aliens, right? Illegal aliens in our country. Culturally, they're different. They don't have the mindset that we have as Americans. A lot of these people have been trained. In the shooting yesterday that killed those 4 officers, and in the last couple of shootings, yesterday there was well over 100 rounds shot. So we go out with 2 or 3, if you're very tactically minded, 3 magazines on our gun belt. We're being outgunned, right? When I started in the police department, we had 6 shooters, right? Revolvers. We got outgunned. We eventually moved to pistols, right? Semi-automatic pistols. We lost officers and we were outgunned, so we went to AR-15s and .223 calibers, right? 5.56, right? NATO rounds. And so we are reactive. We're reactive to everything we do, and it fucking is ridiculous and it sucks, okay? We need to be focused. You already know that a lot of our departments are not doing most of the things that we need to do. Our state attorneys, our attorney general, all these people, nobody is backing us up. So we need to take care of ourselves. It is what it is, okay? I already told you, we need to be united. You need to have extreme focus. You need to be taking care of your body, and you definitely need to be taking care of your mind, right? To my school board police officers, you are probably the most vulnerable right now as far as targets, because our children, these people that are coming from other countries, are going to target our children. So the people that are protecting our schools and our kids, you guys got to be at the very top of your game, okay? Notice where you park. Don't be buried in your phone or in your computer. Constantly move. Don't stay in the same place. Try to be in an open area so you can see people approaching your car. You're going to be the first person that they're going to try and come and take. There's a lot of things that go into this, right? The warrior mindset, the refusal to die, okay? You should have your tourniquets. You should have extra rounds. You should be hydrating. You should be eating. You should be taking care of your body and your mind. I can't say it enough. More difficult times are coming, and it sucks. And then on top of all that, you got to come home to little Johnny and little Debbie not doing good in school, or, God forbid something happened to them, or it's time to go to the soccer game and the pool's green and the garbage wasn't taken out, and on, right? We've discussed that several times here. We've got to be focused. When you're off, you've got to be off, okay? When you're with your family and stuff, turn off that phone. You've got to create your own little world. Like I told you, we're not talking isolation and numbness. Remember that. But we are talking creating your own world and safe space out on the boat, right? Where there's nobody around, at your favorite vacation destination, wherever it may be. You need to turn that down. What happens is with what the incident yesterday, and as officers continue to get gunned down, our hypervigilance is going to go through the fucking roof. Okay? I'm retired now, and I've already started carrying a larger caliber and a bigger weapon, and I'm going to have to go back to having a bag, right? I always have it on me, but larger gun means larger bag. The mindset, right? It just is who we are and who we should be, because we want to win the battle. We win every battle that we go out. We refuse to die. We don't fucking die. You've got to start telling yourself these things. But then the conflict comes in when we're off. We have to have a safe space where we're off. That's why I mentioned the boat, just places that are a little bit more isolated so we can kind of just diffuse a little bit, right? And let our guard down, okay? We can't be heightened 24/7. It is not good for our brain. Watch your alcohol consumption. Watch the consumption of anything else that you're doing, okay? And, if you're running towards that, it's not a good thing. It's not a good sign. Run to the gym, right? That's what we want to do. Run to the park, walk, get those endorphins and all that funk and all that stuff that we talk about in our profession. Get that out in a healthy way, all right? Don't fill your voids in a negative way. I know that when we get the news of these type of shootings, it's horrible because it sets off alarms, and rightfully so. We should always be focused at work and be ready. But because we are the advocates here for mental health and addictions and all these things that are going on in our profession, we want to make sure that our mind stays well. Do what you need to do. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks or says. If you're not hurting anybody or hurting yourself, and it makes you feel better and gives you a break, okay, then do it. Work on a car, walk the dog, yard work, farming, whatever it may be, fishing. You need to have that, because when we go to work now and as things get closer to election, things are going to get ramped up. These type of shootings are going to increase, and you need to be proficient with your firearm and have that confidence. Moving, cover, concealment, shooting from a moving position, shooting at vehicles, shooting from vehicles. I'm telling you that we're going to see a lot more of this. But because we are who we are here at 3 a.m., we also know that you need to have a place to shut off your mind and not be hypervigilant. That doesn't mean going out or going anywhere where there's people, because we're still hypervigilant. A place where you're a little bit more isolated. If you have a boat, if you're in the backyard in your pool, if you're grilling, whatever it may be, you need to have shut off time, okay? Just take care of your mind, take care of your body, okay? Extreme focus. I need everybody out there to make it home. That should be the only focus when you're at work, is whatever happens. And I'm not the one, I never preach that nothing's going to happen, because that's bullshit. It's going to happen at some point to your partners, to you. But you know what? We don't fucking die. We don't give up. And if it's between you and me, guess what? It's going to be you all day. That is a warrior mindset, okay? I love you. I respect you. I wish I was out there, engage with you guys. And there's a part of me that gets pissed off when I see stuff, because I feel a bit helpless. But, I did my time, and I'm here for you now on this other aspect, okay? And I want you to be well. So warrior mindset, extreme focus, okay? But create that safe world, that safe space for you to be able to shut off, whatever it may be, all right? Do the things you need to do. Make sure you're well trained. Make sure you're functional. And let's get rid of all this funk that all this shit creates, okay? Thank you for what you do. If God allows me, I'll be here tomorrow. God bless you. And happy Tuesday, all right? Be careful out there. 3 a.m. fog.